Imagine finding out your husband, the man you gave 12 years of your life to, has been sleeping with your best friend in your bed while you were working double shifts to pay off his student loans. That's exactly what happened to a woman named Clara from Austin, Texas. But here's the thing that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. 6 months after she walked out with nothing but a suitcase and her dignity, she married one of the most powerful CEOs in the country. And her ex-husband? Oh, honey, he lost everything. And I mean everything. But before I tell you how this story ends, and trust me, the ending will blow your mind, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss stories like this. We drop them every single week. So let's rewind. Clara and Derek met in college, University of Texas, 2010. She was pre-med. He was charming. And honestly, that was kind of his whole thing. They got married right after graduation. Clara put her medical dreams on hold. Yeah, you heard that right. She paused her entire career so Derek could finish law school. She picked up night shifts at a hospital, barely sleeping, barely eating, all because she believed in this man. And for a while, it looked like the dream. They bought a little house in the suburbs, had a golden retriever named Biscuit, because of course they did. From the outside looking in, it was picture perfect. But here's what Clara didn't know. Derek had started talking to someone behind her back as early as year 3. Year 3, y'all. And it wasn't just anyone. It was Megan, Clara's best friend since high school, the maid of honor at their wedding, the woman Clara called crying whenever she had a bad day. That woman. And for nearly 9 years, 9, y'all, they kept it hidden. Secret phones, fake work trips, lies stacked on top of lies like some twisted game of Jenga. Now, the way Clara found out, it's the kind of thing that sounds fake, but I promise you, real life is messier than any movie. It was a Tuesday night. Nothing special. Clara got home early from a shift. Her patient had been discharged, and she figured she'd surprise Derek with his favorite dinner, chicken parm, garlic bread, the whole nine. She walks in through the back door and hears laughing upstairs. Her stomach drops, not because she knew, but because somewhere deep down, she'd always felt something was off. Those late nights at the office, the way he'd tilt his phone away from her, the way Megan got weird every time Clara mentioned Derek. She walked up those stairs slowly. Every step felt like a mile, and when she pushed open that bedroom door, yeah, there they were. Clara didn't scream, she didn't throw anything, she just stood there, completely still, while her entire world crumbled around her like wet paper. Derek scrambled, started saying all the things cheaters say. It's not what it looks like. Baby, let me explain. It didn't mean anything. But Clara, she looked him dead in the eyes and said 5 words that changed everything. You will regret this forever. And then she walked out. Now, at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, she left, she'll cry for a few months, maybe get a new haircut, post some revenge selfies on Instagram, and move on, right? Nah, Clara wasn't built like that. What she did next was on a whole different level, and it starts with a chance encounter in the most random place imaginable. After the split, Clara moved to New York. She had $1,200 in her savings account, a carry-on suitcase, and zero plan. She crashed on her cousin's couch in Brooklyn, and for the first 2 weeks, she barely got out of bed. But here's the thing about hitting rock bottom, and this is important, so listen up. The only direction left is up. Clara dusted off her old medical school applications. She enrolled in a fast-track nursing certification program, picked up 2 jobs, one at a clinic during the day, one at a diner at night, barely slept, but every single morning she woke up and told herself, you're not going to be the woman he destroyed. You're going to be the woman he lost. 3 months in, something wild happens. She's working at this upscale clinic on the Upper East Side, real fancy, the kind where billionaires go when they sneeze twice. And this man walks in, tall, sharp suit, clearly important, but also clearly in pain. He'd thrown out his back playing tennis. His name was Nathan Price, CEO of a major tech firm, Forbes 30 under 30 from back in the day. Net worth, let's just say the man had more zeros in his bank account than Derek had excuses. But Nathan wasn't flashy. He was kind, like genuinely no BS kind. He asked Clara about her day, remembered her name the next visit, brought her coffee, not because he was trying to impress her, but because she mentioned she hadn't slept. They started as friends, then it got deeper, and for the first time in years, Clara felt like somebody actually saw her, not as a workhorse, not as a convenience, but as a whole human being who deserved to be loved right. And if you think that's the crazy part, hold tight, because what happened when Derek found out about Nathan? Let's just say it broke him in ways he never thought possible. Fast forward 8 months. Clara and Nathan are engaged. She finished her certification, got hired full-time at one of the top hospitals in Manhattan, and Nathan's company just went public. We're talking hundreds of millions. Their wedding? Intimate. Rooftop in the Hamptons, 60 guests, all people who actually cared about them. Clara wore this simple white dress, nothing over the top, and she looked like $1 million because she finally felt like $1 million. Now, let's check in on Derek, shall we? Oh, Derek. Poor, stupid Derek. Turns out, Megan wasn't exactly the upgrade he thought he was. 2 months after Clara left, Megan cheated on him with his business partner. The irony is so thick you could cut it with a butter knife. His law practice tanked. Clients left when word got around about his character. Turns out, people don't want to hire a lawyer they can't trust. Shocker, right? He lost the house, the dog, yeah, Biscuit chose Clara's side, we'll get to that. His credit was wrecked. He was living in a one-bedroom apartment eating microwave ramen and scrolling through Clara's Instagram at 2 a.m. And then he saw it. Clara's wedding photos on the rooftop with Nathan freaking Price, looking happier than he'd ever seen her in 12 years of marriage. Clara called Derek that night, left a voicemail, voice cracking, barely holding it together. Clara, I know I don't deserve to call you. I just need you to know you were the best thing that ever happened to me, and I threw it all away. I'm so sorry. Clara listened to that voicemail. She listened to it once, took a deep breath, and deleted it. Because here's the truth nobody tells you about revenge. The best revenge isn't anger. It's not screaming or plotting or getting even. The best revenge is building a life so good that your past can't even reach you anymore. But wait, because this story has one more twist that'll absolutely wreck you. A year after the wedding, Derek's landlord sells his apartment building. He's got to find a new place, but with his credit, nobody's renting to him. Desperate, he applies for this apartment in a new building downtown. He shows up to the leasing office, sits down across from the property manager, and she slides over the paperwork. That's when he sees the name on the top of the building's ownership documents. Price Enterprises. Nathan's company owned the roof about to go over Derek's head. He sat there for a full minute just staring at that paper, and for the first time, it really, truly hit him. She didn't just move on. She leveled up so far beyond him that he couldn't even exist in the same city without being reminded of what he lost. Look, I'm not telling you this story so you root for anyone's downfall. That's not what this is about. This is about what happens when you bet on yourself, when the world tells you you're not enough and you have the audacity to say, "Watch me." Clara didn't win because she married rich. She won because she refused to let someone else's betrayal define her story. The money, the CEO husband, the glow-up, that was all just the cherry on top. The real revenge was the healing, the self-respect, the woman she became when no one was watching. And Derek? He'll spend the rest of his life knowing he had a diamond and traded it for a rock. If you've ever been betrayed, cheated on, or made to feel like you weren't enough, hear me when I say this. You are the comeback story. You just haven't finished writing it yet. If this story hit you right in the feels, smash that like button. Seriously, it helps more than you know. And if you're new here, welcome to Shadow of Betrayal. This is what we do. Real stories, raw emotions, no sugarcoating. Hit subscribe, click that bell icon so you never miss an upload, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it today. Drop a comment below. Have you ever had a moment where you walked away from something toxic and your life completely changed? I want to hear your story. I'll see you in the next one.